Whether you're going on a date or a Valentine or a solo time, whatever it is, we want to make sure our face is flawless.
Hey.
That right there. That right there. That right there. That right there. When they are that right there.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Key, and in today's video, as you read from the title, this is going to be a date night, Valentine's Day edition. Get ready with me. So you guys are getting makeup, you're getting hair, you're getting outfit, accessories, scent, all of the above in this video. And I did a damn good job, might I say, because I look rich. I look like money. I look like the ultimate it girl right now. If this hair would get into place. Thank you. Everything I used in this video, from the outfit to the hair to the accessories, will be linked down in the description box for you guys to shop. Before we get into this video, you already know the drill. Make sure you are subscribed and your post notifications are turned on for me, so you know anytime I make a new video. I'm gonna try to be more consistent and do at least 2 to 3 videos a week. I know I'm kind of sporadic with my posting. I post probably once a week or once every other week, but I'm gonna try to make a schedule for you guys because I want to be more consistent. I want to give you guys the content that y'all been asking for, okay? But if you want to see how I achieve this look, this flawless girly look, make sure you keep on watching. All right, you guys, so jumping straight into makeup because my hair is kind of done. I am gonna probably be adding some different touches to it, only because I saw the picture of Big Lotto. I saw the picture of her when she went to Young Miami's birthday party, and she had a bang, a nice little side bang with this kind of messy bun, and I want to do that. So I might add that towards the end. I just don't want to take my bun down, because I just did a video. Well, I just filmed a tutorial on how I did this bun, so look out for that. It might be before this video, it might be after this video, I don't know, but a tutorial for this bun will be up. But yeah, I want a little bang action. I'll probably try to insert a picture somewhere here of what exactly I'm talking about because I did screenshot it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So jumping straight into makeup, I'm starting off with a moisturizer, and I feel like I had to put this in this video because I recently bought this and I'm already hooked. I already know that this is going to be a staple, especially in my winter and colder months routine. This moisturizer is the truth. This is the Pharmacy Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Moisturizer, and I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers use this and rave about this, and I thought it was just one of those expensive kind of overhyped things, but yes, this and a little goes a long way. I legit take this much and then just glide it. It comes with a little metal spatula, and I just put it on my skin, and this is even a little bit too much, but you know what, it's fine because I'm not wasting product. But yeah, I just rubbed this into my skin. Really good, and it does smell like honey. It's not overbearing, but it has a nice sweet honey smell to it, and it is super moisturizing. My face throughout the day, throughout the night, just like butter. And for my lips, I'm using a lip balm first. I'm using my Laneige lip sleeping mask. This is a sleeping mask for your lips, but I use this on a daily basis all throughout the day because it's just I have this in 3 flavors. This is the vanilla. I also have the pink one, which is the sweet candy, and I have the brown one, which is the ginger snap. The pink one is my favorite, but that is in my work bag, so I don't really feel like taking that out because I use that more on daily. I use this when I'm home a lot. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and put this on my lips, and you don't need a lot of this either, and this lasts you a long time. And this is another winter, fall, colder months kind of favorite for me too, because my lips get really chapped when it's cold, gets really dry, just like everybody else's, but this helps a lot. I've applied this probably twice, maybe 3 times a day if my lips are really active. Okay. I just love it. I just love the moisturized look lately. I love the natural moisturized look, and I'm starting to take a little bit more care of my skin because I fell off a lot. I've been picking at my skin, which is why I have these dark marks. I'm breaking out. So I'm taking all the steps to make sure my skin by the summertime is flawless. For primer, I'm using my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is my favorite primer. I feel like I use this on every makeup video, and it's not going to change until I find a primer that is better than this. period. And I'm just putting that mostly in my T-zones and then spreading it out throughout the rest of my face. Okay, so for foundation, of course, I'm just using a whole bunch of staples. I'm sorry. I'm using my Rare Beauty foundation in the shade 430W. I actually need a new foundation. I need something that is, I don't know what I need. I don't know what I want in a foundation. I don't really like the full coverage. I mean, I don't mind it, but I don't really like the full coverage foundations because I feel like it's a little bit too heavy. Something similar to this is like a medium buildable coverage. So if you have any recommendations for foundations, let me know. But I'm just putting this on my face. I'm not doing a lot because I don't want like a super beat, but I do want to be covered. And I'm just taking this flat Morphe brush. This is the Morphe M439 brush, and I'm just gonna blend that out into my skin. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations for like really good foundations, if you have a foundation that's your favorite that you think I would like, just slide in my DM, or not slide in my DM, but just, you know, put it in the comments. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, just message me or comment something letting me know, hey, try this foundation, because I actually need to go makeup shopping pretty soon because I'm running out of everything pretty much. And I'm just dragging the foundation that I have at the bottom of my face up. I don't really like having foundation on my forehead because I feel like my forehead be looking crazy when I have the foundation and then the contour and then the concealer. It just, I don't know. I just don't like putting it on my forehead. All right, so for my under eye concealer, I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Warm Sand. Okay, so for under eye concealer, I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is the multi-use sculpting concealer in the color Warm Sand, and I'm just putting that in my inner corners. Not really a lot, but just enough, because I am gonna go in with a brighter concealer, and I'm also putting it on the outer parts of my eyes as well. I'm gonna be putting it on the bottom parts of my outer nose, right on the outside of my nostril right there, the tip and bridge of my nose, like a little exclamation point. And I'm just gonna be putting it on my forehead like so. And I'm going over top that concealer with a brighter concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and this is in the color Light Medium Honey. And I'm only going to be putting this under my eyes and on my nose because this is a really bright concealer, and that is what that looks like. So I'm just fanning my concealer. I'm not gonna let it sit too long on my face because I used to do that and I hated how much work it was to blend it out, especially with the brush. So I'm just gonna fan it a bit, let it dry with the air that's coming from my hands, just for like a couple seconds. And then I'm gonna take my Morphe brush. This is the M501 brush, and I'm just gonna start blending out that concealer. So one trick I learned off of TikTok, there's a couple tricks that I learned off of TikTok that I'll be talking about in this video, is starting from the outer parts of your concealer and then blending that out before you just jump straight into the center. That way it's more of an airbrushed natural kind of gradient kind of blend out with your concealer rather than it just concealer. You get what I'm saying? Like blended out concealer rather than like just a gradient kind of flow from a dark shade to a light shade. So I'm just blending out the edges first before I blend out the very center of my concealer. And as you can see, well, let me blend out that part a little bit more. And it's definitely more noticeable that it's like more of a flow with the skin. It's like a natural kind of lift with the color rather than just your concealer blended out and then a harsh kind of line to where the contour starts. I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. We want to make sure we take our time and everything is seamless because we don't want our dates or our girls, whether you're going on a date or a Valentine or a solo time, whatever it is, we want to make sure our face is flawless. Okay, we don't want to give cake face, we don't want to give unblended, we don't want to give harsh, we want to give skin, we want to give beat, but not like to be. Okay, yeah. Oh girl, I'm gonna have to hold this baby here because it's getting in the way of my blending, and I need this blend to be nice. Okay, it needs to not look blotchy. Okay, so we're looking nice and bright, emphasis on the bright, with our concealer, I'm just gonna go in with my contour shade, my Rare Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 500N, and I'm not really using a lot. I'm mostly just using this on my cheeks, and this is another trick that I got from TikTok. I am just gonna put a dot right on my cheek where my cheekbone is, like where the hollow part of my cheekbone is, and then I'm just gonna blend that out, and that will be my cheek contour. It's legit a dot. And I'm also just gonna put a dot on my forehead on both sides. This baby hair. For the sake of my bun tutorial, I did my hair before my makeup, but normally my hair would come last because my makeup, I need room. And then I'm also just gonna put a little on my chin right here. So as far as the dot on my cheek, basically I'm trying to remember exactly what she said in the TikTok, but basically you put a dot where there's a hollow part in your cheek where if you put a hole, it goes directly to your teeth. That's where you want to put that dot at, and then you just lightly, I'm using my Morphe E48 brush, and you just lightly just tap on it until it's blended out. I mean, you're not gonna tap in one place. I thought that when I first saw the video, and then I just had like a dot on my face, but you're just gonna tap that in like a circular kind of motion, and it's gonna give you this really nice kind of lifted, almost natural contoured look. All right, so that's what that looks like. It's definitely more of a natural kind of contour rather than like a harsh kind of line that you draw. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side and blend out the rest of my contoured areas. So now that that is blended out, I am going to take my Laura Mercier powder and honey, and I'm gonna take my beauty blender, and I'm just gonna set everywhere that I highlighted. I'm not gonna bake just as yet. I'm just legit setting all of the places where I highlighted, mostly my under eye, and I'm just tapping it into my skin. And normally I would just stop here as far as my setting powder. I would just press it into my highlight and then just be done. I don't really bake that much anymore. But because this is a date night, kind of Valentine's night, and we all know where that ends. If you have like a date, if you're planning on being with your boo, your bae, your side, whatever, you want to make sure this makeup lasts. So we're gonna do a first layer of just setting it, and then we're gonna do a baking layer. Okay, so that is on. The highlights are set. Now we're gonna go in with a baking layer, and I'm just pressing that in exactly where I want to bake. I'm not brushing it. I'm not being super rough. I'm taking my time and just pressing that into the places where I highlighted. This is what that looks like, and while I'm baking, I'm gonna take my bronzer. This is my Morphe palette. This is the R8 That's Rich palette, and I'm taking that same brush that I used to blend out my contour, and I'm just going into this third shade at the top of the palette right here. I'm just taking a little bit of product at a time, and I'm just gonna warm up the places where I contoured. I'm not gonna go in too much, but just enough to where it's a little bit more bronzy. And I'm also taking my angled brush to contour my nose because I didn't contour it before. So I'm taking that same shade, and this is the Morphe E62 brush, and I'm just gonna start right at the bridge of my nose at the top here and drag it down. I'm just gonna place it on both sides because I picked up a lot of product, and I'm just gonna drag it down and blend it out into my brow at the same time. I like doing a little V at the bottom of my nose for some reason. I just like how it shapes my nose when I do my makeup. And I'm just gonna make sure the top part is really blended out because I did pick up a little bit more than I wanted to. So I'm just gonna make sure I take my time and blend that into my brow and blend it throughout the rest of my nose. And I'm just taking a little bit of the powder and just cleaning up the bottom part of where I contoured and bronzed because I don't want it to look muddy, but I'm not gonna let it sit too much. I'm still gonna like blend it in with my foundation brush because I don't like that sharp look. And I actually got this tip from Fatima Ba on YouTube. I love her videos, love her makeup. A lot of my tips I get from her and TikTok. So if it seems familiar, that's where I got it from. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray, and I'm gonna spray my beauty blender a bit, not too much. And I'm just gonna pat the setting powder that I used to bake into my makeup. I'm not gonna brush it off, I'm just gonna pat it in. And I'm just gonna go over where I contoured the top part of my nose because I did go a little bit too overboard. So going into eyebrows, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I haven't used this in, I can't even tell you the last time I used this, but I picked it up at Sephora recently because I was just tired of using a shadow or a really dark bronzer for my brows, which I was using before. So I'm back to my old reliable. I'm just gonna brush out my brows first for whatever powder that kind of like settled in there while I was setting. I'm just gonna brush that out really quickly. And the reason why I like this is because my brows are basically kind of defined and thick already. They're not super thick, but they're pretty thick. And I don't really like overdoing it or making them too dark. I really like my brows looking natural. So I really like the Brow Wiz because it's very small. It does light strokes and it just gets the job done. It gets a natural brow job done. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna draw like upward strokes on the very front part of my brow, like in the same direction of where my hair grows. And then I'm just gonna draw strokes into wherever I feel like there's a gap or my brow is a little bit light. So yeah, nothing too crazy, just kind of like filling in wherever I feel like my brow has a hole. Like on this side right here I have my scar, so I'm just gonna draw strokes into that part and into the front or wherever I feel like my brow needs to be a little bit fuller. And I'm just gonna take my brush and brush that out so it looks as natural as possible. I have no idea why I was just talking like that. Just don't mind me. To clean up the bottom of my brow, I'm just using that same Too Faced concealer and a flat brush just to clean up the brow. And I'm taking like that concealer that you get right at the top, that gets stuck right at the top of the brush because it's a little bit thicker than the rest of the concealer. And I'm just going to use that to clean up the bottom of my brow. Some people think that's weird. I think it's very clever because it's thicker, so it adds a little bit more coverage. And to blend that out, I'm using a really fat kind of thick brush. This is the Morphe 173 brush. And I'm just gonna blend that out and use the excess concealer as kind of like a base for my eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm going back into my bronzer palette and I'm actually using these two lighter shades as my crease shade. So I'm using this really small fluffy brush. This is the M456 brush from Morphe, and I'm just mixing those two together. I'm not really picking up that much, but just enough. And I'm just gonna start in the inner kind of crease part right here and just blend that out. I would like to point out that I am not really good when, I'm not good at describing anything, okay? Let me just put it out there. I would hope some of you know this by now. I'm not really that good at describing a lot of things. I have my moments, but then most of the time I'm not good. So if I'm not saying the right terms for my eyeshadow, do not beat me up in the comments. Okay, glad we got that out there. So yeah, I'm going in the inner part right here of my crease. I'm just placing the color and blending it out, okay? And I'm just going in a circular motion. So I'm going into that same bronzer palette and I'm using this light pink and this kind of like blush, more deeper pink color. And I'm going into the very start of my eyebrow and just placing that color there and kind of like diffusing it into my brow and also into the shades of brown that I put into my crease. I use the word diffusing. I feel like that's a good word to use when you like, no, yes, maybe. I think that's a good word. And I'm just bringing that all the way up to the start of my brow right here. I actually really like how that looks as of lately. It's like a soft, but yet a real like kind of statement kind of eyeshadow look. I just really like it. It defines my nose up top here too, so. Okay, so I'm really liking how that's looking, especially with the pink kind of like that blush warm tone pink kind of like right at the start here. So I'm using the Morphe 433 brush. It's a clean brush, and I'm going into my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and I'm using the shade Thick Skin right at the corner here, and I'm just going into my outer corner and kind of like just deepening that a bit. Okay, so I'm going into this Fenty palette. This is the Galaxy palette. And I'm using, what shade is this? This is Meteor Crush. So this is what it looks like. It's this pink color right here. It's like a glittery pink. And I'm just gonna go into my lid with that color. I kind of wish I had like a more glittery pigment to go into there with, but this will do. So I'm keeping it like really towards the center and a little bit in the middle, but mostly in this area right here. Okay, so just to add like a little bit more shimmer to that part, I'm just gonna go into my Jackie palette, my Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette, and I'm using the shade Trust Issues, and I'm just taking a little bit of that and tapping it into where I placed that shade on my lid, just to add a little bit more glitter to it, because it wasn't glittering the way I needed it to glitter. Okay, I need to look super girly. I feel like that's what I envisioned for this look, so that's what we're gonna do. And I'm going in with that same brush that I used the first time with the pinks and the browns, and I'm just going over where I placed my lid colors just to blend it in so that it's not like completely harsh. And I'm gonna take a really small definer brush. This is the Morphe 431, and I'm going into that light pink color, and I'm just gonna put that at the bottom lash line just to add like a little bit more pop of pink to my eyes. I completely forgot blush for some reason. So for blush, I'm using the Juvia's Place brush palette. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 1. And I'm mixing this pink and this orange shade together. I've been really liking that combo lately. And I'm gonna use a little bit more of the pink than the orange this time. And I'm just gonna add some blush to my cheeks. And add a little bit to my nose, because I like how that looks too. And for mascara, I'm using my Pat McGrath's Dark Star mascara. So I had somebody tell me that they had the same issue with the last Pat McGrath mascara that I had, and they liked the Dark Star one. I've been using this and it hasn't really given me any issues. Before, the other one had like broke out my eyes. I had like a rash on the bottom part of my eyelids, and the top part, it was just really itchy and like scaly. But this mascara doesn't really give me that problem. I was kind of scared. It kind of gave me, I don't know if it was in my head or not, but my eyes were a little bit itchy. But I'm just glad this doesn't give me any kind of problems, because I love Pat McGrath. Like, this mascara is the best mascara I've used. So I'm just going in with this on my top and bottom lash line. And I really like the fact that this mascara gets every single lash coated, like every single lash coated. For lashes, I'm just using these really cute spiky kind of wispy lashes that I got from a hair vendor. I believe Unite sent me these lashes, so yeah, I'm just gonna brush these a little bit so they're a little bit more fluffy, and I'm just gonna apply these with my Adele Lash Grip glue. Right, so the lashes are on and they look really cute. Okay, they're a little bit too separated for me. I like really fluffy lashes. These are more like spiky, but it's still getting the job done. So on to lips. For lips, of course, I'm using my favorite lip liner, which is the Cola lip liner from Juvia's Place, and I'm just gonna wipe off a bit of that lip mask that I put on in the beginning. I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm gonna overline the top a little bit because we want to make sure the lips look kissable. So my lips are lined. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Cream Gloss. This is in the shade Mauve Wives, and I'm just gonna go in the center and just spread that out. That is really pretty. I mean, you could stop here because the lip is already really pretty, but I'm gonna go in with my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. This is a really light kind of beige color, and I'm just gonna add that in the very center of where I put Mauve Wives by Fenty. This is such a little girly look with the hair and everything. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, so for the hair, I could leave it like this. I really could, but I have the extra clips to do, you know, I'm gonna try to make it work. We're gonna attempt. So I'm just gonna, I mean, if anything, I could just delete the scene of me attempting to do it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna take my comb and try to like pull out. Is this gonna work? Yes, it's working. It's working. So I'm just gonna part out that piece that I want to use as bangs. Thank God for short hair, child, because if my hair was not short, this was not gonna happen. It was not gonna work. Okay, so this is good. So I'm just pulling out like a piece in the front. I don't know if y'all can see, it's not really completely straight, but I'm just pulling out a good enough piece in the front for me to put clip-ins in to make it longer. And I'm just gonna use my little small pieces of clip-ins that I have left to just fill this up and give it length, and then curl it and see if I like how that look. Well, I don't got a choice because the hair is already out. Okay, so this is how we're looking with the little mini bayang. Well, it's not really a bayang, with the little side part action that we have going on that I did with the clip-in. So I just pulled out some hair, went along with the part right here, and put some clip-ins in, and this is what we're working with. So I'm just waiting on my flat iron to heat up, and then I'm gonna curl this so that it looks kind of unison with everything else. All right, okay, she's cute. Put me in a 90s Chanel fashion show and I would kill. I would eat bitches up. I probably wouldn't, but I would probably, because I'm black. You could also do like a little tuck behind the ear action, you know, if it's getting in the way. At the little drop curl, you could probably like pin this up, have a little curl, you know. All right, so we have the makeup done, we have the hair, so now it's time for the fit and the scent, and then we'll be out of here. All right, you guys, so for the outfit, I went ahead and paired my black leather denim jeans that I got from Pretty Little Thing along with a black satin halter top that I got from Pretty Little Thing as well. And I'm wearing my pink mini Telfar bag along with these pink heels that I believe I got from Public Desire in a size 9. All right, you guys, so for my scent, I'm gonna be pairing my Ebony Wood by Zara and my Dolce & Gabbana The Only One. These two actually complement each other so well. I really like the woodsy smell that I get from Ebony Wood, and I love the sweet kind of like caramel cookie smell that I get from the Dolce & Gabbana The Only One. And these two together, it just smells immaculate. Like, you smell completely edible. It lasts very, very long, and it's just really enticing when you smell it. So this is a scent for the nighttime, definitely a really good date night scent if you want to get somebody's attention. That is it for this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I feel like this look is so pretty and girly. This makeup is flawless. Like, my skin looks immaculate right now. Like, I wish y'all could see it in person. It just looks top tier. And this hair is super, super girly. I absolutely love the curls and the baby hairs, the bun. Everything about it is just really, really nice and girly and perfect for Valentine's Day or date night. Once again, if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and turn on the post notifications. Like, comment. We need all the engagement, girl. We're trying to get to 3K. If we're not by 3K already by this video going up, okay? And if we are at 3K, we're trying to get to 4K. So we need the engagement either way. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.